Hello everyone and welcome to Friday with Fiona and this week's class to go, which is using the Sentimental Park stamp set and dies bundle. So it was a bit higher, and they did absolutely nothing for me when I saw them in the catalogue, but these dies are amazing. So when I saw how to use them, I got really excited. So to share those, we've got 3 cards today that I'm going to share with you, and then one that I'll post on Sunday or Monday. I've got a few bits and pieces to share with you this afternoon. So on the 1st of March, so celebration finished on the 28th of February, which was Tuesday night, and that's it until next January, which is whoa, because the last couple of years we've had it twice a year, so that seems a long time. But on the 1st of March, actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on my desk so that you can see what and I'm going to just remind you, oh, I've just lost my screen. If you spend £27 in my online store on any products at all, you can stock up on cardstock, envelopes, adhesives, whatever, then I will send you everything to make 2 each of the 3 cards, so 6 cards for free. And if you spend £45 or more, I will add in a pack of Milky Dots. And you need to use that host code. But if you click on the link that I've posted, then it will take you straight to my store with that code. So I can get rid of that now. So, okay. So on the 1st of March, Stampin' Up launched online exclusives. So they're still having the 3 catalogues, the annual, which is going to come out in May, the current one we've got, which finishes at the end of April, and then the mini, which is kind of like the holiday one, the Christmas one, that won't come out until September because they're only 4 months now instead of 6. So there's not this big overlap with the annual, which caused some problems because some stuff was discontinued in the annual, but was still available in the mini, and colours and all sorts of things. So anyway, so I just wanted to share with you the online exclusive. So if you go to my blog, www.stampingwithfiona.com, and click on my Stampin' Up shop, I hope it hasn't logged me out. It's going round and round and round. Come on, please. There we go. And it will take you to my shop. And the first thing that you will see is the online exclusives. And then if you click on, where's the online exclusives gone? Here we go. Shop now. And there's some stamp sets, some bundles. So there's a stamp and a board punch. These beautiful border dies. As a new kit, the colourful kaleidoscope. Rhino Ready Cling stamp set and matching dies with the trees, which look amazing. They're not right at the top. You have to go right down. Oh, this is what I've got, which I'll show you in a minute, the Irresistible Blooms bundle. There's also some lovely dies with stitching, some brand new embossing folders, and then if you go right to the end, which is a bit weird, I think it's because they must kind of already have been in stock, but they took our, let me go to 90, they took our circle punches away last year, I think, because we have the dies, but those of us that have the punches have kept them because they're so easy to use compared to having to do your dies. Right, so I've gone to, let's go to A to Z, because then I can, hopefully the circles will come. There they are. So you've got a 1 3/4 inch or a 4.4 centimetre circle punch for £21, and the 2 inch or 5.1 centimetre circle punch. So it's great to have those back. But there's loads of other stuff. So, you know, when you have time, have a look at that. So I wanted to share that with you. Right, this is what I have got in the pre-order, the Irresistible Blooms bundle, which must mean there's dies. Yes, there are. I love these fonts, absolutely love them. I haven't played with them at all yet because with Celebration I had so much else going on, but they are just gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to having a play with those. I've got a couple of other weeks planned already, so it'll be a couple of weeks before we get going. So a couple of flowers, leaves, beautiful fonts in the stamp set, and it's cling. And then there's some matching 6x6 designer series paper, which I haven't even opened. So let's have a quick look at that. What I have seen that people have done with it already online, it is just stunning. I mean, I love the rhinos, but I kind of think, when would I use them? You know, so I might hold off on those. And the great thing about the online exclusives is there's no end date to them. You'd have to look closely. Some of them will say while supplies last, and others just have no end date. So as long as there's stock, they might even replenish the stock. So beautiful, beautiful paper. And the great thing, so that is, I think, a mix of Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. They have announced that we are going to be having a colour refresh because of the 35 years. It's 5 years since we had the last one. So in this paper, you've got Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, which is a retired one, it's obviously coming back. Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock was an in colour 2 years ago, I think. And that's coming back, and Soft Seafoam. So just beautiful. I really love those. So I will be having a play with them, and I will share them with you when I've had a play. And then there's also these as part of the suite. What are these called? Loose frosted dots. And again, the colours all match. Ooh, see if I can open it without spilling them everywhere. Possibly not. I was a bit surprised they were in this because everything seems to come in like packages like this these days, but they're not already adhesive. So you either need to use a tiny little bit of wet glue or glue dots. Just gorgeous. Oh, the Pretty Peacock is just stunning. See if I can turn that over and let you see. And they are frosted, so they're very different. Beautiful, beautiful. Love those. So watch this space. So that'll be a couple of weeks down the road. The other thing, got a couple more things to show you. Oh, so excited about this. I was on the verge of like chasing it because I didn't know how long it would take to get it. Isn't the box beautiful? I just love the box. So this is my 5-year pin, and it's just lovely. You probably can't see, but behind me on the wall by the door, I've got my lanyards with all my like on stage pins and stuff. So I'll probably put it on there. So I wanted to share that with you. So now, because it's my 5-year anniversary, I've already mentioned that if you spend £27 in my online store, you will get the everything to make 2 each of the 3 cards from this week's class. But I will also send you a package of 5 cards from previous classes that are already made with the envelopes. And they're just a mishmash. I have so many cards. I really, really would like to give them away. So anybody shopping with me, certainly for the next few weeks and probably months, will as I'm celebrating my 5 years. And the last thing is, yesterday I haven't emailed her yet or texted her, but I got this beautiful, beautiful card just to say hello and hoped I was feeling better. And it's just stunning, and it's by ex-artisan designer Kim Fee. So thank you, Kim. That's absolutely stunning. If I had the teacup, I could case it, but I don't. If it carries over, I'll probably get it. But thank you so much. I was really, really moved by what you put inside it. Okay, so moving on to today's class, we're using the Sentimental Park. The designer series paper is called Regency Parks, part of the suite, dies and stamp set. So to save time, I think I've pretty much got everything ready, but I might need to do a little bit of die cutting. So this is a Night of Navy card base. It's also using the textured, now what is this called? I can never remember. Textured 12x12 shimmer paper. And I've used the green, which is shaded spruce, so it matches what I stamped. The ovals are from the framed florets set dies, and this banner is, well, both the banners actually, I use the stylish shapes. Yes, the stylish shapes. So I think I've got most of it ready. I need to do some stamping, so let's get the stamp set and a block. Now, because it's a dark card, I will need to put an insert in, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see your writing. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Just a quick swig of cranberry juice. I'm still drinking cranberry juice by the litre at the moment. It's really weird. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. I'm so sorry. Oh, I do apologise. Right, okay, let's get cracking. So, use my Seal Plus. I'm just going to pop this inside, and then I have a piece, just a little strip of the designer series paper. It's called Regency Park, and when I saw it in the catalogue, it did nothing for me, but honestly, it is gorgeous. And one side is kind of all flowers, and the other side is patterns. So we've got the dots there. I'll show you the other sides when we get to the other bits. So I've just got a small strip. Just see if I need to cut that down a bit. Hopefully I've already. That's probably not long enough actually, but never mind. Oh, please don't ruin my Seal Plus. Thank you. Right, wet glue it is then. So you can see it was flowery on the other side. Now it's not. Right, so we'll just pop that. I think I might need a new Tombow out. I'm just going to pop that on the inside. Here we go. Right, okay, so on the front of the card, I think I won't risk using. That's nearly empty. What I'm going to use is actually Seal. It's fine for designer series paper. It's not strong enough for, like, if you're making boxes and bags and stuff, but there we go. So the colours in this suite on the paper: Balmy Blue, Petal Pink, Shaded Spruce, Night of Navy, and Mango Melody, Sweet Sorbet, which is one of the ink colours that's carrying over. So I'm using the Night of Navy with the Balmy Blue dots, and I'm just going to pop that on the front. So if you spend some money in my store, it's a bit of a disaster today. It's not straight. Never mind. I'll sort that out later. So I've already die cut my banner. I've already die cut my framed florets. I have stamped my flowers and die cut them, but I will show you how I did them. I'm going to need some dimensionals. Yep, there we go. So first things first, let's make a bit of space. I'm going to stamp onto the inner oval. Let's just move it up so you can see it. And I'm going to stamp the leaves, the detailed leaves. Okay. In Shaded Spruce. And then my flowers are in Sweet Sorbet. So I'm just going to show you how they fit into the. Okay, so lovely detailed leaf. And right at the bottom, beautiful. I think I'm going to stamp my thanks in Shaded Spruce as well, just to save having to get another ink pad out. So let me just clean this and I can use my block again. Do you know, I cleared my desk up the other day and it's straight back to being a nightmare already. I don't know if you're like me, but you end up with, like, you know, about 6 inches to work in. Right, so there's the thanks. And I'm just going to stamp that. So I've already, normally you would stamp and then die cut, but just to speed things up today, I die cut. It just says thanks. There we go. Perfect. And then that will go underneath. Like that. So my shaded spruce can go away now. I need that for any of the others. Yes, I do. So I'll keep that out. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this. I've got another Tombow here. I'm going to pop this on flat onto my card. I can't tell which is, oh, that's the wrong side. There we go. Tweezers. So ignore the fact that my designer series paper is not straight. I'm going to lay that flat. And then the next layer is going to go on with dimensionals. I don't like it when they sag in the middle. Hence why I'm using quite a few dimensionals. I mean, some demonstrators, they do one at the top and one at the bottom, and I think by the time it gets to the person, it's just going to be a mess. Right, and then that's going to fit in there, but it's going to be raised. There we go. I've got a bit of glue come out from my new pot, so I'll rub that off afterwards when it's dried. Okay, then my shaded spruce is going to go on flat. So again, a bit of I think I'm off the screen. I do apologise. Right, so a bit of Tombow onto my, and it's the same both sides. Okay, so that's going to go just across the bottom of the outer oval. And dimensionals on the banner. And there we go. Beautiful. Right, now I did already cut. I stamped in sweet sawbone. I'm just going to show you how to do this. I've got a spare bit of with a basic white here. It's funny, I was looking up all the old colours the other day in the old catalogues. I always keep one copy to kind of remind myself of what colours went before and see what I think, you know, what might be coming back. I really hope my favourites, Mango Melody and Coastal Cabana, stay. But hey ho, it is what it is. They basically, the reason for it is to stay on trend, so that, you know, the colours are current. So you have two flowers. You have the detail, and then you have like the fill-in bit. It's entirely up to you which way you do it. I do one way and one the other, and then you can see which you think. So the first one I'm going to do is the fill-in bit. That's the other thing, is you need to make sure when you put your stamp on your block that it's the same way. So if you can see, that one has got a little bit of a dent in the top So I've just matched that up. So Sweet Sorbet. Now I'm going to stamp this off because it is just way too bright if you do the first level. Okay, that's not too bad. And just clean it off because they do stain stamps. Okay, and then so I'll be able to line this one up with my other one, and this is the detail. There we go. Not too bad at all. It's not meant to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Right, and then if you want to, I did the fill-in bit first, and then we'll show you what it looks like to do it. So this is the detail first. And that one I didn't stamp off, I've just done full strength. Make sure it's the right way up. Oh, I didn't stamp off. You'll see how bright it is. So it's 6 2/3 really. The one, this was the one I stamped the fill-in bit first. So you can see I couldn't quite get right to the edge. This one I did the outer bit first and then the fill-in bit. So that's probably the way I would do it. And then all you would do is just die cut that, and you can see the difference. See, that one looks quite pink and that one looks really red because I didn't stamp that one off. So that's just to show you kind of how the two-step stamping works. Right, let's just clean that. And pop that over there. So I have already stamped and I've die cut 3 flowers. Now 2 are going to go flat onto the card. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow. What I want to do is make sure that when I did the see, that one is not as perfect as the others, so I kind of want that to be a bit hidden. So let's pop that. I've got a bit more white than I should. Let's pop that there, and that will get covered up. And the same with that one, and then I've got kind of one which is a bit more presentable, and that's going to go the other side. And all I want now is my dimensionals for this one. And pop that over the other 2, slightly higher up. There we go. And I've used the adhesive backed Milky Dots, and I've used this kind of colourless one because I thought maybe the colours would show through, although actually could use the yellow for the flower. When I say yellow, I don't think they describe it as yellow. And then 1 each at the end of my shaded spruce banner. That's it. I'll use those again. And there you go, that's card number 1. Oh, my Sweet Sorbet. So this is the Sweet Sorbet metallic woven ribbon. But I don't know, I wasn't quite sure that it matched. So I took a piece of white and just used my blend on it to make it more Sweet Sorbet that matches the actual stamping. I'm just going to try and tie that in a little bow. There we go. And glue dots. And pop it just there on the stem and trim that twine off. Okay, and there you go. So that one I stamped in Night of Navy, and that one I stamped in Shaded Spruce. Oh, you know what I missed? So I stamped the detail in Shaded Spruce, but I didn't stamp the fill-in bit in the leaf. So let's just quickly do that. Good job I kept my Shaded Spruce out. If I can do it without stamping on the twine. So the same thing, it's two-step stamping, and I've done the detail already. There we go. Lovely. So I say, when I saw it in the catalogue, this set did nothing for me at all, but actually it is beautiful. And there you go. So that's card number 1. Let's just quickly clean that. Keep my milky dots available. Right, so card number 2. There's the only stamping is the sentiments. I've actually die cut the leaves and flowers. It's just come out of my packet. So it's a thick basic white card base. It's the usual size, 21 centimeters, scored in half at 10.5 by 14.85. And as it's white, I haven't put an insert in. So I've got a bit of the designer series paper. I have some flowers. Looks like I'm missing a bit of flower. There's my leaves. Yeah, I'm missing my Coastal Cabana detailed bits. I might just have to do that in a second. I've got my mini here. So this piece of designer series paper is going to go across the middle of the actual card base. Let's see if I can do this without. So that's one side, beautiful balmy blue flowers, a bit nice and navy, and then that's the Shaded Spruce, balmy blue and petal pink. I probably wouldn't have, but the next card is using, no, I think I've wrecked that. The next card is using the balmy blue side. So, oh, there's my, yay, found it. Don't need to run it through after all. Right, so I'm just using my seal. Just make sure I'm on camera. Okay, so it's going across the middle of the card. Now, one thing I did forget to use was the adhesive sheets, and it would make your life a lot easier if you put the adhesive sheets on before you die cut this. But I'd already die cut it, so I'm just going to use a little bit of wet glue. Fortunately, the leaves are kind of wide enough that you do have enough space to put some glue, but I think the adhesive sheets really is the way to go. So I'm taking my smaller piece. Now this piece is 9 by 13.5, and I'm going to just pop that on with some glue, and I'm going to pop these on first and then do my stamping, because then I know where I have the space. So there's a little bit of width on the leaf there. Just need a tiny bit on the stem. and have to hope that it and that's going on the right hand side, right at the bottom. I'm just going to gently pop that down. Just need a little bit under that bit there. So I might need to use my adhesive rubber afterwards because there's a little bit of, see what I mean? I think the adhesive sheet's definitely the way to go. So next time I'll note to myself. I use them and then I forget about them. It's crazy. I've got them here. There we go. Just give that a minute to dry. Now this one is a lot easier to glue because it's so much wider. Let's just get all these little bits and pieces out of the way. There we go. Let's just get that. And again, that's coming down to the base. There we go. Let's give that a minute to dry. And then the, so this is actually pale papaya rather than petal pink. Partly because I'm trying to use up my in colours that are retiring, and partly because I just think it looks like petal pink's not one of my favourite colours at all. In fact, I really won't mind if that one goes. It's been with us a few years, but I don't like it. Now this is really fiddly because when I was using my glue that was nearly finished, it wasn't a problem, but I think because this is a new one, it's coming out a little bit thicker than I would like. And I'm literally just putting tiny dots on the joins. Okay. Tweezers. And now I've got to work out which way my flower. That's it. You can tell from kind of the indentations, and it's lovely. Right, now this one is going to go on flat, and then that will go on with a dimensional. See what I mean? The glue is really coming out very thickly. I think I might need to close it a bit. Okay, and then I need a dimensional. Now, does it fit on a big one? Yes, it does. Okay. You probably can't see it, but there is like some embossing detail. Not sure you can see that. It's moving around. It's so wet, the glue. Right, okay. So that's that one. Now I can see where I've got space. So I've got glue on my fingers. So I'm going to stamp U here and the just for. So the just for is in shaded spruce. And then my flower is coastal cabana, so that's what I used. But actually, I didn't think it very bright, so I'm going to try Bermuda Bay this time. So just for, yep. Pop it down at the bottom. Whoa, it's alive. There's a lot of glue sticking out. I'm going to need to get my glue eraser out. Just for is going to go on my white banner. Okay, so that will go off the edge. Let's just clean that and I'll use my milky dots in a minute. So just for you. And the U I'm going to do, this time I'm going to do it in Bermuda Bay, because I just think it was a bit, if you can see, it's a bit pale in Coastal Cabana. I just think what I'm going to do, stamp it on the bit that I showed you the flowers on, see how bright it is. That's okay, because when it's dried it won't be quite so bright. Okay. So I want that to be somewhere down here by the leaves, just for you. Okay, and then my banner is going to go there with dimensionals. Bit of masking tape. Okay. Oops. Right, so just for kind of goes off the edge, but I do have a dimensional, so I need to make sure it's not too far off. Just check that's straight. There we go. And then rather than use all my dimensionals, I did have, oh, what have I done with it? No, can't get to it. I did have some, oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's thick, and you just cut it up. But I'm going to have to use dimensionals because I can't get to it without knocking everything flying. I keep saying I'm going to tidy up, but it's a very small room and I probably have too much stuff. Don't let my husband hear that. And I'm always seem to be prepping for my next class. I never have time. So I know that's an excuse. But unfortunately, I was kind of getting ahead of myself and then I got ill and now I'm behind again. So, right. Okay, and then I do love white on white. Just going to line it up. That should be about right. Okay. And there's card 2. Oh, I need a bit of my Coastal Cabana. So this is from the, is it Enjoy the Adventure, Enjoy the Journey? I get confused. The one we did with the designer series paper last week. And it's a 3-pack of twine. Garden green. Is it garden green? Yeah, Coastal Cabana, garden green and pumpkin pie. So I'm just going to tie a very small bow. Well, not too small. And glue dot. Right, that side is perfect and that side is not. I've got a glue dot stuck to my finger. Be better. Okay. So glue dot on and then underneath my Coastal Cabana flower. Just trim my twine a bit. It's funny, when I was working on the navy one, I thought, oh, I love this one, this is my favourite. And now I'm working on this one, I'm thinking, oh, this one's my favourite. It's really, I like them all. Okay, so Milky Dots, where did I put those? Oh, they fell. Where's it gone? Oh, here they are. Right, so this time I use the yellow. Let's just get these out of the way. I'm going to put a little yellow one in the middle of my flower, and in the middle of that flower, I do love Coastal Cabana. I thought I'd done 3, but I've only done 2. I'm going to need a third one. Where should I have a third one? No, maybe I'll just leave it with 2. And there's card number 2. Oh, it's just lovely. I love the colours. Okay, so last but not least, you see, I'm going to say this is my favourite now, but I do love blues, and I do love greens as well, but I guess all 3 meet the criteria. So this is the side of the paper that I showed you earlier when we had the shaded spruce, and these are these dies. Oh, they're just stunning. So this is a piece of card, so it's 29.6 scored in half at 14.8. Right, this is what I'm going to need to do a bit of die cutting. Have I done my labels? Obviously not. Now I'm going to show you how to do them. So this, basically the white card is to kind of make the balmy blue pop a bit, and that's for my dies. So I just need to trim that. So that, oh, I'm feeling a bit queasy. I don't know whether that was my lunch or what. So this piece of white is 0.5 centimetre smaller than the card base, so 14.3 by 10. So this should be 9.5, which it is. So 9.5, and what did I say? That was 14.3. So this needs to be 13.8. So I'm just going to mark it with a pencil and then cut it. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll keep that for the inside. So that is going to go on my white bit there, and I'll just use seal. I've got the window open because I get really hot with all my lights on, and I can hear the birds singing, which is lovely. Okay, so now I'm going to use this. Is beautiful. This ribbon is so soft and doesn't kind of, you know, will go easily in the post. Balmy blue and white, variegated ribbon. So what I want to do is bring it round with enough to tie a bow. Too much, better than too little. Okay. Right, now I'm going to get a glue dot because I do find it tricky to stop it moving around. So I want it quite far to the right. So I'm going to pop my glue dot there. And then hopefully Where is my glue dot? Yeah, that'll keep it in place. So, oh, excuse me. As you know, tying a bow on camera is an absolute nightmare. If I can't do a bow, I will end up doing a knot. Yeah, I'm going to do a knot because it's going to take me forever. I think I've cut the ribbon a bit short to do the bow. So just put that through as a knot. There we go. And then I just need to centre it. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now that's going to go straight onto the card base. Now I would normally use Seal Plus, but I've ruined it today. It's usually all right on designer series paper, but obviously wasn't pressing hard enough. There we go. And then that will go inside when I do my insert. Right, so I just need to show you these beautiful dies. Let's just make a bit of space on my desk. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, what's going on today? Right, so Sentimental Park dies, and they're label dies. So I want the largest one and the middle one. Okay. And then, whoops, I want my beautiful mini boho balloon, which you can no longer get because it was pre-order for demos and sign up only for new demos. I'm just going to need to cut that because too wide to go through together. If I do it on my full-size machine, it'll be okay. So this is the one with the flowery bits. And I'm going to bring it back. Just gonna... Oh, I apologise. My camera's just fallen. Hold on. It's because the desk shook. I do apologise. There we go. Sorry about that. At least you can still see what I was doing. Okay, so that is the first one. And because I went backwards and forwards a couple of times, and that's with the detail, just need to get rid of these little bits. Hopefully the camera won't fall off this time. I want the little one out. I'll try not to shake the desk so much. Yeah, I'm only going to go through once because it's not as detailed. Okay, where's my dies? Pop the machine out of the way. There we go. Pop my dies away. And the little blue flowers, the balmy blue flowers, are all these little ones that I've cut out already to save a bit of time. So, and again, adhesive sheets would be your best friend, but I forgot about them. Right, now the beautiful thing about these dies is this, where the flowers is like cut away, and this one fits in perfectly. Just need to get it in the corner there. And I just need my pokey tool to get all these little white bits out. There we go. I saw a great tip online the other day from a demo. If you want to get all these little fiddly bits out, literally throw your die on your desk. And it does work. So if you're feeling particularly frustrated, however, knowing my luck, it would just go everywhere. Right, okay, so now I've got my label. And again, I just did thanks, really for ease. So let's get the thanks. Oh, I didn't clean my U. So let's clean that and put that away. And just get my thanks. Now, just for speed, I'm going to use one of the ink pads I've already got out and stamp off. So it's the Bermuda Bay, but my balmy blue is a bit inaccessible. There we go. So that's just to save a bit of time, really. And then the tricky bit is going to be just sticking these bits of flowers on. So what I will do is I will glue that, so it's on flat. I will glue that down first, and then I'll pop my my flowers on, because I could end up with glue going everywhere. I'm just going to hold that down for a minute to keep, because it's over the ribbon, so I just need it to set because I've used the wet glue. And then I'm not going to use all these flowers. I think I'm just going to use the outline ones. And there is a little bit of embossing on them. It's so cute. But again, adhesive sheets would be your best friend. Okay, so one there. And one there. And then I've got a couple of itty bitty ones. It might be easier to put the glue down first. And then I don't think I actually put any dots on that one, but oh yes, I did. Yes, I've used the dark blue ones on the actual flowers. It's beautiful. So I'm going to do that here. 1, 2, and 3. And there you have it. That's card number 3. So the one I did off camera was a bow, but that one's a knot. They both look lovely. And I don't know if you can see the dark blue dots catching the light. They are really gorgeous. There. Okay, so let's show. So that's card 3, card 2, and card 1. Very different colours. I genuinely don't know which one is my favourite. And then the one that I have, where did I put it to show you? Well, I'll be posting it on my blog next week, is stamping and just using the, and I've put some Wink of Stella on. Put some Wink of Stella on those flowers there actually. So I'll post that on my blog for you to see on Sunday or Monday. But if you spend £27 or more in my online store between now and midnight on Tuesday, the 7th of March, I will send you all the dies, so the labels, the flowers, the leaves, everything, cut the designer series paper and the cardstock for you with envelopes to make 2 each, 6 cards for free. The only thing I don't do is send you stamped images. So if you don't have this set, you'd have to use your own sentiments and some different leaves and flowers just for that one. Okay, thanks very much for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will be back same time next Friday. Take care. Bye for now.